Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever or whenever you are watching this video. In this opportunity, I would like to share my argumentative essays material about why do we need develop our self-esteem. First, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Tara Urfani Fasas. I'm from Class B, Psychology UIN Jakarta. My absence number is 21. I do this presentation for communication tools that can be used for as speeches, reports, and more, so that I will provide information related to the topic of self-esteem, which I will explain it later. As an opener, I will begin this presentation with question. Why I choose this topic? Self-esteem in individual will have a lot of influence on the process of making decisions or choices in individual's life. In several studies, many researchers have shown that self-esteem is an important topic that can build individuals' personality. If we have low self-esteem, it will affect many things in life, including physical health, mental health, to our social relationships. In consequence, self-esteem is an important thing for the formation of attitudes and behavior for individuals. Now, we will start the discussion about self-esteem. What is self-esteem? Research conducted by William James in 1990, he found that self-esteem can be interpreted as an evaluation of individuals' knowledge of their self, so that self-esteem is a component of self-concept which indicates how individual will evaluate themselves as a whole, or how an individual evaluates how valuable they are. This evaluation will describe the extent how individuals will like themselves and believe that themselves are competent and capable within their abilities. And why self-esteem is important? Self-esteem is important for individuals' cognitive processes due to dealing with negative judgment or feedback from others around them, failure in life, rejection in life, difficulties in life, and this can make them protect themselves from the effect of stress and depression. Now, I will explain about the impact of high self-esteem. Someone who has high self-esteem, they will have a positive view of themselves, always trying to find another positive sides that can compensate for any sadness or difficulty in their life. Someone who has high self-esteem will try harder to deal with their problems that occur in their life. According to research conducted by Steinberg 2002 on self-esteem, he found that high self-esteem will function as a protector against the emergence of psychological disorders while increasing mental well-being. And the opposite with high self-esteem, of course, people who have low self-esteem has resulted in the individual being vulnerable to a lack of feeling satisfaction in life, often feeling uncomfortable, anxious a lot, and preferring to be alone rather than socializing. According to Murray, if this goes on for a long time, it will cause psychological disturbances and weaken the strength of potential in establishing social relationships. Self-esteem can be caused by many factors. Among other factors, low self-esteem is due to individuals' environmental factors such as first, the individual's social life, second, the individual's ability to interact with others and ability to think, and last, the amount of support, warmth, and different parenting styles. These factors was discovered by Yudhoyono and Sulistyo in their research in 2020. In the results of this study, the existence of distorted thoughts in a person and a lack of support, warmth, hope, or expectation and different parenting styles from the family can strengthen their self in judging negatively about themselves, thus causing individuals to have low self-esteem. Moreover, for a teenager who is still growing, this factor has a big influence on their self-esteem because their relationship with people around them is an important thing in life. So now, what are the consequences of having low self-esteem? People who have low self-esteem will not like themselves. This self-loathing can make individuals justify their reasons for self-loathing according to evidence that they are not worthy enough of anything good and reject the idea of love directed at themselves. They will judge negatively about themselves. This will be causes on someone's psychological health. After the discussion that I have described, now is the time toward the end of the presentation. Self-esteem itself is the way how someone assesses themselves as a whole. If someone has high self-esteem, positive thoughts about themselves will dominate more than the negative thoughts that they have. Good self-esteem will encourage someone to think positively and do something that they want to try, and vice versa. If someone has low self-esteem, then someone will be susceptible to psychological disorders which will later be fatal. The writer suggests that if you experience low self-esteem, then you should be aware of the negative thoughts that dominate you so that you can train your mind to be more positive. And that brings us to the end of presentation. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Here is the list of books and articles for future reading about this topic. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.